Follow your dream, why would it take? Follow your dream, why would it take? Yeah, believe in yourself, why would it make? Yeah, believe in yourself, why would it make?
What up YouTube, it's Shonda Vloggins and I'm back, you guys. I know I took some time off, but the thing is, I told y'all before they arrested Jesse ass that I was gonna slow down on these videos. I'm really big on energy and I just don't be feeling the whole ingesting everyone else's negativity into their life and then spewing it all over YouTube. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'd rather not. It's kind of like watching TV. You want me to watch somebody else basically die, you know, in front of their kids or some shit, and I'm supposed to cry, but I know they're actors. I got enough of my own shit going on, you know, before I want to take in somebody else's shit, which is why I slowed down on reporting and I do not watch, let alone own a television. I speak real fast. Now, I came back because I told y'all that they were gonna arrest R. Kelly had he not paid that $161,000 child support, back child support, to Drea Kelly, his ex-wife, for their 3 children. Now, he was married to her for 13 years, and he mentioned that he never harmed her. He loves his kids. He used the words, in love with his kids. I think that was a mistake. But when I reported that information, it was during him being arrested and being held in the Cook County Jail on the 10 counts of aggravated sexual assault, 3 of them being minors. He was unable to make bail for several reasons. I reminded you guys about how he did not have money to pay for his studio. I reminded you guys that he still owed money to the property management for his 2 suburban homes in Atlanta. And I also brought up the back child support to Drea Kelly, which had been going on for a while. It had been ordered by a judge, I do believe in January, that if he had not paid the $161,000 by the beginning of March, between the 4th and the 6th, that he would be arrested. Now, during this time, he was indicted, which is what had him arrested the first time, having him being unable to make bail, but he was just re-arrested on the back child support that he had not paid, which was coming anyway, because that was ordered before all this mess happened. Now, R. Kelly did an interview on CBS with Gayle King. During that interview, which took 2 parts, one was yesterday, the second one was this morning. Shortly after that interview aired this morning, R. Kelly was re-arrested on those back child support charges. The only way that he can get out is if he pays the $161,000. Now, according to this interview, R. Kelly says that he only has roughly $350,000. He cured in the interview as to where people were saying R. Kelly lost his money because he paid so many settlements due to harassment charges or due to rape charges or due to said allegations. R. Kelly cured that by saying it's not true. He mentioned that people were stealing his money and his bank account was not only attached to him. Gayle King, during the interview, most definitely was very controversial and challenging with R. Kelly because she did what anybody in their right mind would do had they had the chance to confront him about the charges, which was throw them up in his face point blank range and see what his reaction and his responses were. One was that people stole money from him. He said that roughly 3 weeks to a month ago, he walked into a Bank of America for the very first time by himself, which is whom he banks with, and he asked about his account. teller let him know that he had set amount of money. He said that he told the teller to take that $350K, open up a new account, and drop it so that he would be the only one with access to his money. He then mentioned that the teller told him it would take 7 to 10 business days before that account would be clear and the funds would be readily active. Now, I believe he was trying to insinuate that during this time was when he was locked up and he was unable to post bail due to this particular issue, which was not said then, but this morning on the interview. R. Kelly got very emotional during the interview. He even confronted one of the parents who actually have been challenging him on social media, Instagram mostly, which is Angelo Clary. Now, on Instagram, there are a shit ton of accounts that have began to put out old text messages, old Facebook posts, between people in the R. Kelly camp, between the women that he's dated. So many things have started to surface on Instagram from these new accounts that are all anti-R. Kelly. All of them. And Angelo Clary, for one, has most definitely been vocal when it came down to these accounts because they have been challenging him as far as his parental skills go. R. Kelly shut down rumors. And here's one of the things that he had to say in particular about the Clarys, which is Azriel Clary's parents. Kelly claimed that Clary and Savage's parents encouraged them to be with him to kickstart the girls' music careers. Now, if you remember, Angelo Clary is one of the main people that said that R. Kelly was afraid to come at them because of the info that they have on him. Azriel was quiet. Her parents did a lot of protesting. Now Azriel is actually speaking up. Here's what the two women had to say. They actually interviewed Azriel and Joycelyn today, and you can see Azriel in the video crying. She's very upset because she said that her father is a manipulator, she's a liar, and Joycelyn couldn't agree more, and what she did during the interview was actually comfort her. I won't let it play in the video because I don't want any copyright strikes, but I'll go ahead and read to you guys exactly what Azriel had to say. When I first met Robert, my parents told me to lie about my age, so he thought I was 18. When I was 17, my parents were trying to make me take photos with him, take sexual videos with him, so if they ever needed to blackmail him like they're doing now, she alleged that they could. She said of her father, he's very manipulative. He's the one you need to watch out for. She said her father threatened to expose nude photos of her online if she didn't have Kelly send tens of thousands of dollars into his bank account. She began to cry, saying that her parents wanted nothing but money and lamented that negativity sells. Sounds like extortion. We both have our individual relationships with him and we're a family. They said that they're absolutely in love with Kelly. Azriel also mentioned that her parents have come to visit her in Chicago and that they stopped answering her calls. I wouldn't look him in the eye because he's a liar. He's a manipulative liar. I was not having sex with him when I was 17. Let me tell you something about singing. Before I ever met R. Kelly, I told my parents I did not want to sing. She said she attempted suicide to avoid having to sing, which her father said was actually her dream. Honestly, I'm happy doing what I'm doing, she said, adding that she and Savage weren't sure what they wanted to do with their lives yet, but noted, I know Rob will support us. And as you can see, that challenges everything that Angelo Clary has been using as a defense to himself. Joycelyn gave an interview on TMZ. Again, she didn't really shut anything down. She just kind of let it be known that, okay, yes, she is here with him, and that's about it. The Savages have been going pretty damn hard. They begged Joycelyn to come home, but here's what Joycelyn had to say. Both our parents are basically out here trying to get money and scam because they didn't agree on what happened, with music or whatever it could be. And they're just very upset. Now, the portion of the video that I showed you guys where Azriel was crying, she covered a number of things, but here's what came up as soon as she actually lifted her head up. I'm crying because you guys don't know the truth. You guys believe in some fucking facade that our parents are saying. This is all fucking lies for money. And if you can't see that, you're ignorant and you're stupid as fuck because you want to be. All because that's the world we live in. Negativity sells. Gossip is what sells. Rumors are what sell. After that interview finished, Gayle King had a thing or two to say herself. And this is what she had to say. At the conclusion of the segment, King said that Kelly was present during her interview with Savage and Clary and coughed loudly at times and tried to stop the interview. On Thursday morning, King told her co-anchors, as a parent, I wanted to tell them, go get your things and let's go. You're 21 and you're 23. So that's pretty much a very juicy summary of what's been going on with R. Kelly and the girls. Now, I'm letting this play because this is R. Kelly being very raw, very emotional during his interview about not having a relationship with his kids and about the pressure of his career basically nearly killing him because people wanting so much from him, accusing him of things, extorting him, different rants about him just pretty much having had enough. He can't take it anymore. It got so intense that I actually thought he was finna go and Gayle King shit, to be honest with you. I thought he was gonna split her ass. I ain't lying. But he ain't hit her, so that's good. But I thought he was gonna land one for sure because you ask me, she was acting more like a prosecutor than a damn reporter. You know what I'm saying? So if he would have hit her, shit, it would have been one less prosecutor that would have got this shit gold in if he had the chance. But that's all I'm saying. Don't pay me no money. This is the latest news and updates on R. Kelly. I'm Shonda Bloggins. If anything changes, when I get it, you'll get it. I'm out.